Hello friends, welcome to Shiksharthi. In this session, we shall be talking about quadratic inequalities. So let's start. Now before we do quadratic inequalities, the prerequisite for this session is that you should have done all the sessions on quadratic equations first, so that you have a fair enough understanding about the topic, and then we can take that topic to the next level, which is quadratic inequalities. Okay. So in this session, we are going to talk about a quadratic expression first, which is ax square plus bx plus c, which is a quadratic expression. And the moment I equate it to a zero, it is thereafter that it becomes a quadratic equation. Now, in order to make this quadratic expression as a quadratic inequality, there are two things that I can do here. One is I can say that ax square plus bx plus c is greater than 0. And the other discussion that I would be doing here is ax square plus bx plus c is less than 0. And the method that I'm going to use here is a combination of graph and non-graph both. It is advisable that if we solve inequalities, especially quadratic inequalities, with the help of graphs, the solutions not only you're able to get the solutions not only faster but accurate as well. Okay. Now when I say ax square plus bx plus c is greater than 0, then depending on the value of the leading coefficient. So the very first thing that I need to understand here is a greater than 0 or is a less than 0? And when we are saying that ax square plus bx plus c is greater than 0, that means we are talking about all such values of x which are inputted into this function, which is ax square plus bx plus c, which is a quadratic function, such that for all such values of x which are the domain values, this expression will always be greater than 0, is what it says. Okay. Now if a is greater than 0, and the next thing that we need to talk about here is, so we said that we need to check for two values of a. One is a greater than 0 or a less than 0. The second point which is important here is to check the value of delta. We know that the delta could be less than 0, delta could be greater than 0, or delta could be equal to 0. So what we are saying here is there are two things that you need to check. First is you need to check the value of a, whether a is positive or a is negative. We know that if a is positive, we say that the graph is concave up. And when a is negative, the same graph is called as concave down or concave downwards. Delta greater than 0 means you have real roots and distinct roots. Delta being equal to 0 means what? Real and equal roots. And delta less than 0 means non-real roots. I'm just revising this for the heck of it, otherwise this is a prerequisite for the session. Now based on these two things, we shall be plotting the graph, and we'll discuss this case by case. So in this session, we are going to focus on, for all such values of x, when this expression ax square plus bx plus c will always be greater than 0, which is possible let us see when. So I am plotting this on the Cartesian plane such that this expression is always positive. Always positive means that it is always above the x-axis. What are the conditions here? The conditions are a should be positive, and since the graph of the quadratic expression ax square plus bx plus c does not intersect with the real x-axis, so we would say that delta is less than 0. These are the two basic conditions which will be experienced when you want to get all such values of x, which are the domain values of x, such that the expression ax square plus bx plus c is always positive. Now, if I would have taken the other graph, which is a being less than 0, in that case, that would be a graph which will be concave downwards, which means the same graph which we have drawn upwards, we would just take a water image of this and we would draw the same graph downwards. That case has to be neglected. The reason here is, in that case, the value of, when I talk about the output value, which is the range of ax square plus bx plus c, will never be positive. So from here we get a hint. What is the hint? If I have to understand ax square plus bx plus c being always less than 0, in that case a should be negative and delta should be negative. These are the two basic conditions if I am interested in getting all such values of the domain of the function ax square plus bx plus c, such that the range of this function, which is ax square plus bx plus c, is from minus infinity to a 0. Now we know how to solve the values, how to get the values. Now, so in this case, can I say for all such values of x being real numbers, this is possible, and here also we would say x being real numbers, this is possible. If we were to take an example for this, the best example that you can take in the first case is if somebody gives you a question like x square minus 2x plus 3. So now what is the value of delta here? Delta is b square minus 4ac. So in this case, the value of delta is b square, which is 4, minus 4ac, which is 12, which is negative. That means this quadratic expression will have non-real roots, which means it is going to have complex roots or imaginary roots. In that case, what is the value of the leading coefficient? So the value of a here is 1, the value of b here is minus 2, the value of c here is 3, and we know that the value of delta is nothing but it is found out with the help of b square minus 4ac. Since the value of a is positive and the value of delta is negative, henceforth you will be able to say that x square minus 2x plus 3, this is an expression the range of which will always be positive. Another example that I can take here is, let us say if I take an equation like minus x square plus 3x minus 4. Now what is the value of a here? A here is minus 1, b is plus 3, the value of c here is minus 4. What is the value of delta? We know that delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So the value of delta here will be 9 minus 4 into minus 1 into minus 4, which is minus 16, which is minus 7. Now a is negative so is the value of delta, which is negative. Henceforth, the graph which you will draw would be the same graph which we have drawn here, a similar graph, and the same here. In this case, you will say that minus x square, the range of minus x square plus 3x minus 4 is negative. The range means the inequality. Hope you'll be able to understand this and take this learning to the next level.